Welcome back to episode 2 of It's Time for Orientation. I'm Stacia, and today we're joined with
Ben Shea.
Rebecca Oswald.
And White.
And Eamon Bednarsik.
Yeah.
And we are going to take you guys through a day in the life of an orientation leader.
So,
So let's get started.
Yeah, what's first? Wake up?
wake up.
Yep.
Yep.
What time?
Well, it depends on if we're getting coffee or not, if we're doing hair, because we have to be ready by, 7:15, 7:30 for breakfast, right?
Yep.
Holy Lounge.
So, I was probably up around 6.
Yeah.
5:45.
Yeah, I'd say 5:45 alarm. You
Yeah.
snooze it a couple times, and then
Yeah.
get up for 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody in my room took a shower, so we'd like stagger it. But like
Ooh, my
Three.
gosh.
3 times, Colin, like we would be all ready. Like so, like it's like me, John, and Sean all be like in the red polo, like khakis. We're all ready to like go. Colin would be like sleeping still, and he'd be like, "Colin, are you good?" And like he just wouldn't respond. So, he would if we weren't there, he probably would have missed orientation like 4 times.
Oh my
Oh my gosh.
He just would not wake up.
I don't know. I feel like I always had to get up extra early because I was like the designated hairdresser for a lot
yes,
of
you
girls. Exhibit A Stacia.
Me included.
Always curling people's hair, so I was always like up early because of that. And then we would get Dunkins.
Yes.
That was like a staple in the morning.
Of course, had to take Maddie and I.
Yep.
Of
Rebecca
course.
would drive, and we knew which Dunkins to go to because it was the fastest.
Yep.
We'd order on the go and be back. in
Yep.
Holly.
So smart.
It was good. Yep. And then what we do, we had breakfast by Chartwell's. It was like a lot of breakfast sandwiches, yogurt.
Yep.
Coffee.
Fruits,
Those
coffee.
delicious
You
little
had to get the
frappuccino things.
special breakfast though, right, Rebecca?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I had a little fun dairy allergy. So I was besties with the Chartwells people because they knew me.
No, literally.
I'm so difficult. But then what would we do?
We'd
do
play
our
music.
Oh yeah, we'd play music, get
Pump
hyped
up.
for the day.
Get pumped.
Yeah,
Yep.
have the speakers just blaring in Holly.
And then the co-chairs would give us their little pep talk in the
Yep.
morning.
And the
Yep.
rundown.
Little pep talks. We would assign everyone to a certain spot to make it easier for the flow of things. Like after the first couple few days, we were done setting up in like 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
It
Like
was so
10,
quick.
15 minutes, and it was perfect. Then
Yeah.
we could take our pictures and
Yeah.
just relax, get in our spots.
Yeah.
I would wake up for orientation at like 5:30 because I had to be in Holly by like
Before
6:45.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Holly by like 6:45, 7 at the absolute latest.
Yeah.
But like it was fine. I never felt like super drained where like I couldn't wake up
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Once you get with the whole group too, it's like,
All
all
right,
right,
you're
ready
like,
to
I'm
go.
awake.
Yep.
Yeah. It was always fun in the morning, just like being like, okay, guys, we ready for the next day? Like
Yeah.
eating our sandwiches, and then like we'd go set up and
Big Red.
We all,
Big
Big
Red.
Red.
Did you set up Big Red Pen?
I was Big Red Team, yeah.
Red,
It was
yeah.
me. I think it was me, Sean. I think eventually it was like everybody just did Big Red. I think, the first time we did it, I remember Zach was showing us because like everybody that was on Big Red didn't know how to do it because nobody was there from the year before. I remember like Zach was like unfolding it, and then it took us like 30 minutes because like we were trying to like figure out like where it would go because I think we did it like it was like crooked and like almost like backwards.
Oh no, Big
And, like,
Red.
all right, we gotta dig it down, and then we eventually got it in like 3 minutes every day.
Yeah. And then there were A-frames, stake signs,
Yep.
check-in. I was always on check-in,
I did-
which was fun.
I did check in too.
Yep.
I've done that for 2 years.
Yeah.
I always unlock the classroom doors in the HC. That was my
Yeah.
job. I'm a pro.
Mm-hmm.
Super fast.
Unlocking the doors.
Unlocking the doors.
Yeah.
Getting all the goodies from the storage room.
Bags from stuffing.
Bags.
Yeah.
Stuffing.
The name tags. Stuffing.
We love stuffing.
Stuffing is just a whole thing in itself. That
Honestly,
was a lot.
Stuffing was fun. It's
when you
if
bond.
you like
If you have good morale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you have good morale, it's a long day, but like if you have a good system and you're like, okay, let's go, you play the Big Booty remix.
Yeah.
And you just bang it all out, and it's fun. Like once you get like a groove, I loved stuffing for the most part.
I got so many paper cuts from stuffing. I had cuts and cuts all over my fingers. So I would just keep cutting my fingers on like the small, like especially on like the thick, like almost plastic like paper.
Yeah.
That stuff would hurt so
Oh, yeah, that was
much.
bad.
And then like I remember the first time I did it, I was like putting everything in the folders, and the folder would start cutting me. Like it was so bad. I had so many cuts on my fingers from stuffing. I was like, this is not it. But it was. With the music, it was good. With the music, I really, really
It was
enjoyed
fun.
it.
Yeah.
You make a
That's
lot
fun.
of memories. Have a lot of
Yeah,
laughs
you
in the
do.
stuffing room.
I
Yeah.
really do.
It's such an experience.
Right?
But yeah, okay, so we get the
We
bags
got
from
the stuffing.
Stuffing.
and then
Everyone's all set up, and
Yeah.
then we just kind of wait around for the families to start rolling in, and then that's when everyone just does their thing, you know.
places.
Everyone gets in their places, smile on their face, energy high,
Yeah.
and just doing where they're stationed, whether it be over at Ganos or front gate.
The best spot. Front gate is the best
Front
place
gate.
to be.
Station is
Yep.
front gate energy all day,
I
every
love
day.
the front gate. It's my favorite thing, and if I could petition to do it every single day, I would.
See, I love front
I
gate,
would.
but I love check-in. Like
I did like
check-in
check-ins.
is. I've always
Yeah.
been on parent check-in, never really on student check-in. I love check-in though. Like,
You
give it all
always-
to me. I love it. I think it's so fun. I'm just like,
Yeah.
hi, how are we today? Like, customer service voice on, like,
Yeah.
ready, like, we're dancing, and they're like, oh, this is what it's gonna be like, and it's the best.
I think I used to do like it would be like the ask me a question signs.
Yeah.
I remember I'd like go up to people and I'd like scream at them like ask me a question.
I remember that.
I loved it. I
Nobody-
loved Ask Me a Question.
Nobody asked
know.
any questions.
Nobody asks questions, but you just,
Yeah.
like, go, and you're like, hi, how are you today?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? And sometimes you'll like see your orientee.
Yep.
Like you'll be like, I recognize that name.
Yep.
And then I
Yep.
start talking to them
Yeah.
right
Yep.
off the bat.
Yep.
There was what, golf carts? I love
Yeah.
the golf
Oh,
carts.
the golf
The
carts were
golf
so much
carts
fun.
was such a good idea this year.
Yeah.
Right? The day I got the keys for the golf cart, I was like, yes!
Yeah.
Gonna
Oh,
pick people
oh.
up.
I have a fantastic story about the golf carts.
Ooh, I love golf carts.
The day I had the golf cart was like that Wednesday before everything, and I had to go pick up the people from Ganos when like we were all done. So I go down the hill or pick the people up from Ganos. I go up the hill, no problem. Then all of a sudden, right by JP's, the golf cart just dies.
No.
It died, and we're like, it's not going. Like let's go. Like I turn it off, start it back on. Like and I'm like hitting the gas, like trying to get it to go. Like it's not going. It's not going good at all. And
No.
I had like Grace Convoy in there, Vinny. I think Kathleen was in there. I'm trying to remember who else was in there. There was someone else in there. It was like packed too, so I think that's also why it was like not going too well. And then like we start like pushing it. We go past like Linda's, and like we're right by the hill. And I'm like, all right, everyone get in. We're gonna coast down the hill.
God.
And we coast down the hill, and like it's so much fun. It's like we're just going down. And I'm like, all right, no brakes. And I was gonna go like right over the speed bump, but like we had too much speed. I was like, we're gonna die. Like I can't do this. But
Oh my God.
I
So
hated
fun.
that because
That
we
is
had
so
to push.
scary.
I didn't
We
know
had
this
to
happened.
push the golf cart, and it was like. I was like, of course,
can
when I get
picture
the
it,
golf
too.
cart, it had to die.
Oh,
I'm
my
so
God.
happy you did not hurt yourself or like kill someone.
We're down 6 OLs.
Yeah, we're down a Wells, we're down a golf cart. I'm so happy that it went smoothly.
Yeah, just like, thank God I know about this now and not then.
Oh my God, I would have had a panic attack if I heard about this.
I think I tried to call you too. I think I
And
I
Where
called.
was I?
Not
I
answering.
know I called someone. I forget which.
I don't think
It might have been Zach or Sophia then. I know I called.
Yeah.
I know I called the co-chair. I think
I
it
don't
was Zach. I think it was
me.
Zach.
Yeah, I think you
And
called
then
Zach or something.
I called him. I was like, "Yo, the golf cart's like dead," and he goes, "Okay, just put it back." And I'm like, "Okay." So like we're pushing it back to like where it goes by HC.
Yeah.
And then I see Tori. I'm like, "Yo, Tori, like I have the keys. Like the golf cart's dead. Like what should we do?" And she's like, "Just give me the keys. Like we'll figure it out." And I'm like, "Okay."
Oh
Down
my
a golf
God.
cart, so it's all good.
Oh man.
Oh, no. Poor golf cart.
Very funny though.
Oh, all right. And then we start like shuffling people in
to the
Edgar
theater,
10 for their
yeah.
welcome. That's where they see the video.
Katie talks, right?
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
your intro.
I sat in that every morning because I had the big role designated by Denise to hit play on the video.
That's a good job.
Let me tell you, I would like go up there and I would be like, oh, I hope it works. I don't want to embarrass myself in front of a big room. Like I would go up and be like you know, making sure it was on because like Dean Welk was there, Dr. Patilla was there,
Yeah.
everyone was there. So I was like, oh my God, I really hope I don't screw this up. And like it screwed up a couple times and I would be like, oh my God, like
No,
I was like nervous for it for like some reason, but that was my special role every day, and I felt
you.
very.
That's so fun.
I was like, oh my god.
I wanted
Yeah.
to see the video with the parents so bad.
I know.
but
You could always
They
hear them
loved
laughing.
it.
Hear them.
Yeah.
You could hear
I wanted
them.
to see it so bad.
The-
Yeah.
They would crack up, and like when I would leave after, because I would leave after they showed the video in the aisles, they would be like, "That was so good," or "That was so funny," and I was like, "Yeah, thanks." I was
You're
like,
like, I know.
I was like, I was on the screen. That's kind of cool. Like, I loved that. They thought it
Yeah.
was so funny.
it was
They
so
do like the video.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the
right.
best part, we'd go
Yeah.
in, the student leaders for the day would go in with their numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
one of the chairs, I think Soph usually did it.
So
right?
for Zach did it. I never did
They'd
it.
introduce us and we'd all cheer for each other and
Yeah.
get everyone excited, and then off you went with your group.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, the student days were fun because it was like you did like your little like just shoot. No, what was it?
Your little
Elevator
elevator pitch.
pitch.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
elevator pitch
Yep.
and then
Get to know
like,
Shu.
yeah,
that
that's
kind
what
of
it
thing.
is.
Ask
So-
me questions about Sacred Heart.
Yeah, and so that was fun because it was like you really got to do like icebreakers if like the conversation was kind of at a low, but like a lot of times like they were pretty like receptive to it. Like we always got candy for my orientees at
Yep.
least, and I'd be like,
Don't tell
All
them
right.
that. Mine didn't get any candy.
I think there was like 2 times where I like ate my breakfast like while doing. Like, I would I'd like go on to where it'd be like the name game where it'd be like, oh, I'm like Ben Banana, and I'd just like eat my breakfast like while I'm like staring.
He's like,
my
nice
God.
to meet you.
No, but that's good. That probably made them feel
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah.
They're probably like, all right, this is fine. It's funny.
It was one of my favorite games to play. I played it with all of my groups. I love Picnic.
Oh yeah.
It's a very good name game, but
Oh, they're
Like,
terrified when they play
They
it.
do
though.
get
my
really
gosh.
stressed about it.
Yeah.
I get stressed about
Oh,
it.
I get
like,
stressed.
I still get stressed. And we did it over like bonding, or it was like the first day, like where we had training or whatever. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, I
a
really
big
need
group.
to remember these
Yeah.
names. Like I was nervous.
But half the fun is when you don't. And
No.
people are like,
Yep.
you were like Apple, but like I
Yeah.
can't. And I'm like, it's okay. I call my students, like, I'd be like, oh, like I can't. One of them, I was like, meatball.
yeah.
And all day I'd just be like, yeah, meatball. And he would answer.
No, in my postcards, I was like, all the best Rebecca Raspberries. And then I like titled it like, oh, is it like Tommy Tomatoes or something like
Yeah.
that? Like I wrote
Makes
their
it fun.
That's cute.
names and I was
Right?
like, oh, it's so fun.
And they kind of loosened up too.
Yeah,
you would
they
play
did.
it and they'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, nobody here is perfect. Nobody remembers.
yeah,
Mhm.
no, exactly.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna remember besides
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, literally.
All right, and then, well, at least with students, they do like a lot of sessions that day, and
Yeah.
so like we help out like the speakers and all of that.
Rebecca would get called up.
I would get called
Rebecca
up
and Jeff would go up for tutoring.
to talk about tutoring, yeah, and they'd probably be like, "Oh, it's her again." That was fun. I love the. I know it's like a long day when you're sitting in all those sessions, but it's like fun. Like you get to, I don't know, we get to chat amongst ourselves and
Yeah, the OLs have a lot of fun on the side.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like trying to keep ourselves quiet and
Yeah.
be like, okay, I have to listen.
Yeah, it's like okay, we gotta like not talk. We're distracting them.
And there's the game where they're like,
Yeah.
bring up the left sock of your
God,
orientation
yeah.
leader, and
Those were
it's like,
so fun. Or it's the name tag. We're all like, I'm ready.
I used to take off like I don't know because like, I remember the first day I think it was the name tag but I didn't get it, and then the second day I had my name tag but it was like the shoe. So like
Yeah.
by like the second week I remember I'd like take off like everything,
Yeah.
sit next to somebody.
he like passes it out to his students. He's like, whoever gets it goes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I won the chicken from that. So
Oh, the chicken.
I remember that.
yeah.
My students won a chicken too. No one was excited. The chicken was bigger last year. I
Yeah,
feel
it
like.
was.
Yeah.
The chicken was the big thing last year. I love the chicken though.
I remember when I was at orientation, the chicken was huge.
Yum.
I think when I went, I'm pretty sure someone ended up like throwing it at like Connor Rossi or something.
Not
was-
surprised.
It was Rossi's.
It was so funny just to see the chicken like getting thrown around the chapel for some reason. It was so funny.
I have like a video of Rossi with his like, you know, his belt. that he
Yeah.
used to wear?
His big
his
belt.
with his chicken in it,
Oh
and
my
him and Nick
gosh.
Frias doing push-ups on
Yeah.
the side of the chapel.
The chicken made the video this
Yeah.
year.
He did.
It made the video.
It did.
Oh my god.
So good.
There's this picture that I think Ben sent it to the group chat, and it's a picture of me. And I remember Ben just being like, turn around. And he took a picture of the chicken looking at me, and he's like, watch your back.
The next 3 days where
That
it was
was
like
so funny.
that we all got chickens, or we all like rotated the chicken. We were like,
Yeah.
I got Denise with it, and I also
Oh
I
my
didn't
God.
I didn't do it to Dr. People. I took a picture with him. I did not want to go behind him and take a picture with. Like, I didn't. If you turn around, I would have been.
I'm pretty sure I scared you one day with it.
What?
I'm pretty sure I scared you with the
Somebody,
chicken one day.
no, somebody did it, and I was like,
I'm pretty sure it was me.
I lost the chicken after that. Somebody ripped its head
Aw.
off, and then it was like,
sorry
I
for
think
your
it was
loss.
KJ. I think KJ like took
That's
the head.
brutal.
himself.
KJ.
No, like they took it from me. I got it back. I still have it. But like, yeah.
I don't know, those days were fun too, because
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
even though we had like our students, like there was like the inside jokes like that, and the like
Yep.
Yeah.
this like even with our groups, the students were definitely like, what is going on with these people?
Yes.
Like, because we would combine, like
Yeah.
after we would do like information sessions, we'd go out and we'd do like big group icebreakers,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's when it was nice to see the other OLs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was
Oh
fun.
my god, we did that. I loved when I would like turn my back and then automatically there would be like Vinny behind me going. And I'm like, I'm never safe. Like I can't just be like. And then
someone's recording for
yeah,
sure.
like someone's
Always.
recording it, ends up in the group chat. I like turn around when they're doing that, then they do that. And then,
That's
and,
my favorite.
and I'm like, I can't catch a break for like a second. But it was such a good memory.
Do you guys... Oh, sorry.
No,
go ahead.
that's it. That was it.
I was gonna say, do you remember during that one ice cream break? We were on parents that day, but they were like, all OLs go out and do a dance party. We did the
Yes.
Cotton Eye Joe like on that
Yes.
little platform right outside
Yes.
the chapel, and we were like, come on guys, join, and they're just like, no,
Like everyone's
we're
like,
good.
no. Oh my
It was
gosh.
so fun though. Like
Yeah,
I
it
loved
was fun.
that. I think
That
Colin
was
was
funny.
singing.
New
Empire
York.
State of Mind.
He loved that song. Oh my
What good
gosh.
memories.
Very good
Okay,
memories.
wait. So what happened next? Lunch. We did icebreakers.
Oh my god, lunch. I got so. No, I like after like day like I don't know like 8 of orientation. Like you have the same lunch every
Oh,
day.
yeah.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't. I was like, Sean, I can't do this anymore. It's like I was like I can't eat the same. I don't know. I couldn't.
Yeah.
It's like I love like I don't, not like orientation. I could, but like I could not eat the same lunch every day for after
The
eight days.
sandwich.
I can't do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I would
It
get
was
the
a
one
lot.
on the pretzel roll.
That was so good. I would always get like
Something
turkey.
about it. What
Yeah.
did you get? You probably
garden
got something.
salad.
That's what they made you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice though.
They're good though. I love
Yeah.
Chartwells. Honestly,
I do
they're my
love Chartwells.
besties. No, they make me sandwiches so
Chartwells
nice.
was so great. They would like save. I know I'm skipping forwards in the day, but like one of them was like, "You want some ketchup?" And they'd like save me ketchup because it would go. And we
Yeah.
couldn't eat till the end.
Yeah.
They're the best. And the lemonade
Oh,
too.
the
Debbie.
lemonade
Debbie
was
was not
so
there this year.
good.
I didn't see Debbie a lot, but
No.
last year
No.
Debbie, queen.
I
she
saw my
would give
girl
me
Monica
lemonade.
a lot though. I loved her.
Oh my god!
She's
And
such an
remember the
angel.
little girl? What was her name?
Oh my god. The
Oh.
cadence.
Yes.
It was because I remember we had the one every time we had a snack. It was that one Chartwell's worker that would always come, and it was like his daughter, right?
Yeah.
I remember that.
She was
So
cute.
cute.
She would
She
do
was so
cartwheels. She'd be like,
funny.
"Come cartwheel with me."
Yeah.
And
India was her best friend.
Oh my
She
god, that was
loved
She
adorable.
loved
India.
India. That was so cute.
Oh my
Especially at the end of
gosh.
the day when it's like a
Yeah.
long day. Like she was like the little ray of sunshine. That
No,
we
she
needed.
was
She was so cute.
so stinking cute.
So
Oh my
funny.
God. Yeah.
She was hilarious.
There's like so many things I'm remembering now that we're talking about it that like I
know.
totally forgot about happened.
Mhm.
Right?
So funny.
We skipped quite a bit.
No, we did. Okay,
Yeah,
back
okay.
back
So-
on track.
So lunch.
Oh yeah, lunch. Yeah, couldn't do the same sandwiches every day after like day 8.
Yeah.
So
Isn't it done after day 8?
yeah.
It was like day 6 that it started getting
yeah.
old.
All right.
Yeah.
Good thing it was day 8 and that's it.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Okay, like it was before date, whatever. Amy. Yeah, after lunch was like, oh yeah, because it was the 2 lunches, then we split off into like icebreakers with like other groups and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We combined.
Those were always fun.
I loved combining.
We did like the beach ball game a lot.
Yeah.
With whatever group I combined with. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And then back to the sessions.
Mm-hmm. More sessions.
More sessions.
More fun.
Yep.
Then you'd go to your college, the specific
Yep.
college session.
Oh,
so that
yeah.
was cool
And
because
the
they got
big
their
thing, their IDs
schedules
and their
and their
schedules.
IDs. Like that was. They were like, "Can I go now?"
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, we got more."
Yeah.
But
They love that part.
One more thing, don't worry.
But that was exciting, and you
Yeah.
can tell that's when they really start. Like the students, they're like,
They're,
"Oh, it's getting real." Like,
Yeah. I love
was
the
exciting.
I love the questions for the schedule. It's like,
Yeah.
what is FYE? Like, is that the same thing as FYWS or whatever? And I'm like, no, it's different. I love like answering questions
Yeah,
like that
me too.
because I'm like, I just love like I love like being able to know so much about like the intro schedule and like kind of what you
Yeah.
have to take. Like I feel like I'm like a pro on like just like the process.
Exactly.
Like I feel like we all like know what we're talking about so much with that process.
Yeah.
I love like answering their questions too and like just seeing how they're like, oh, I have an 8 a.m. like this stinks, and now I'd be like, well, listen, like I had an 8 a.m. every day my first semester, and it gets better. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's easy. Like it's fine, it's fun.
Yeah.
I loved that
I
part.
know. I always get the weird looks when I'm like, guys, I love 8 a.m.s. And they're like, what?
Yeah, but it's like you just get
They're
it
so,
done.
yeah, no, you get
Yeah.
it done. Then you get to like make your schedule the next semester,
Mhm.
registrations like crazy,
Yep.
but it's so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like being in the college sessions, honestly. I
Yeah.
think
Me
it's like
too.
nice because you're kind of with like your group there.
Yeah.
So it's like your group, but then like all these other students that like want to do something similar,
Mm-hmm.
relatively same area, and you just really get to like be there and help them, and I
Yeah.
think it's fun. And you get to know your faculty more. Like I
Yeah.
got so
It's
close with
true.
all the nursing advisors and
Yep.
Professor Foydo and all of that, and I was like, oh, like this is fun because I like know them and I like say hi to them. They still
Yeah.
remember me, so it's fun.
Yeah, so shout out to College of Business. Because we had a group chat. It was like me, Brad, Tara, Sean, Dan. Like we would sit on the couch, like literally right there
Yeah.
outside the podcast room, and like just wait. And like we sat there, like I don't know, we bonded over that couch.
Aw.
You guys look like you had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I remember seeing all the videos. It was so fun.
I feel like most of my days were just because my role was like different. I wasn't like with a team. I wasn't like necessarily with parents, but I wasn't like with like it. I would either like sit in on sessions with the students or just kind of float around
Yeah.
and just kind of like do laps. I would literally walk like 10 miles a day. I like would
We were
check my
running around.
watch and I would walk like by like before even the morning was wrapped up, I would like get my steps in for the day, or like I would like close my exercise ring and I'm like, oh my god, I've been up for like an hour and it's like
Queen.
closed just because of like you're just running around kind
Yeah.
of checking in and being like, is everyone okay, like do you need anything kind of
Yeah.
thing, which like that was like fun, just being like a floater, seeing if anyone needed anything, and then just seeing the OLs like doing their thing
Yeah.
too. Like if I would catch someone like walking with their group and I'm like, oh my god, there they go. Like I'm so excited for them. I'm so excited to see how their group goes and if they like them and stuff.
Yeah.
That was always fun to watch.
I always love seeing you guys do like your little round, picking up like the attendance cards. Those was
Yes.
those
I'm
fun.
like, I'm like, do you have attendance?
I love seeing you guys there.
Yeah,
think-
that was fun.
One of the like fun parts of the day was like the barbecue at the end.
I
Like,
love
the
the
service
barbecue.
fair.
Because we all come back
Yeah.
together. Even like the student leaders and the parent leaders
Yeah.
for the day. Like we're all, the whole squad's back.
Yeah.
That was always fun. Just like eating. I ate French fries every day at that thing.
The mac and cheese.
Couldn't be me, but yeah.
Right. I don't know. It's fun too because you'd get to see like the students that you've spent all day with, and I'd like go up to my
Yeah.
orientees parents, and I'd be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
"Hey," and be like, so if they liked me, like I was there, oh well, and if they say bad things, like it was that person over there, like. But it was nice too, and I don't know. The students seemed really excited to get back
Yeah.
with their families,
Yeah.
and it was nice to kind of connect and, you know, talk to more people at night.
Yeah.
For sure. I think it's like fun too because you get to hear a lot of the feedback at that point in the day.
Yes.
And they were like, oh my god, this was such an amazing day, or this was such a long day. And then it would be like, oh, like we're tired. We don't know how you're still standing. But
Yeah.
it's like, it's fun. We do it 8 days in a row, like 4 and 4. But it's,
Yeah, still loved every single
amazing.
minute.
Yeah.
Every minute of it, no matter how long the days felt or how I was just like, day 6,
Yeah.
you know, still going. I'm like, let's keep chugging along. Let's like, I'm like another day. I'm like another day, another dollar. But that was like, but like it was fun. Like I would like wake up and be like, all right, like let's get this, you know, let's have a great day. And then it always was like a good day.
Yeah.
Right.
And like even if you had like an off day, you still had like the whole team there
No,
to like
exactly.
tell you that you were doing good. And like if you ever felt like overwhelmed or stressed, you had other people on the team to be like, listen, like you're fine. Take your deep breaths. Go take a little walk. You know, take some time
Yeah.
for yourself. Take a break. So like that was nice that like everyone did that to one another too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone would just like have check-ins
Yeah.
with
For sure.
anybody and just be like, how are you doing? Like, are you holding up? Did you
No.
eat? Like everything like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like no matter who I saw, we were always like, "Oh, are you good? Are you good? Like,
Yeah.
did you
Yeah.
eat this morning? Like,
Yeah.
how's your group?" And you'd be like, "Good," or like, "Oh, I'm like struggling," or like, I would always be able to, if I had students, text a parent leader and be like, "Hey, are you busy right now? Can you go grab this for
Right.
me?" And like
Yes.
they would run and give it to you. Like we were so supportive throughout the day, no matter where we were, what we were doing.
Yeah.
So that was like amazing.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I did love that.
Yeah. So
And then what?
we did
Everyone would leave.
debrief.
Yeah,
Yeah, everybody
we'd
would
have a
leave.
debrief,
We
clean
did,
up.
Yeah, clean up.
But there
debrief,
was
PR.
there the fun night. I feel like I remember we made the path and we were like dancing. Like
Oh
the
my
DJ was there
God,
and
last night.
we were like
Yes.
all like dancing through like the aisle
Yes.
and stuff.
We like walked through, did like a little strut.
Yes.
That was so fun.
I forgot about
right?
that.
Shout
That
out to Zach. I feel like he had a really good strut.
Yes.
I remember.
Ben Bello came.
Oh my
Did
god.
you?
Yeah, I think he was there.
Yes.
Oh my god, he's
Ben.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cleanup was fun. We
Yeah.
were efficient. We got
Yeah.
it done, and then we do our fun activities at night.
Yeah.
And we would give
Those
like
were
the
always good.
like give the night off sometimes because we were like, this was a long day. Let's give them the night off. Let's let them
Yeah.
relax, debrief. Even though we know what they're gonna hang out with each other in like 30 minutes, but it was like let's just still give them the night
Yeah.
to just relax. And like even if we did give you guys the night off, there was still something going on. Like
Yeah,
whether it was like a
exactly.
movie or we just
Yeah.
like we're like who wants to come get like pancheros with us or who
Ice
wants to do this
cream.
ice cream.
was a staple.
Yep.
Right?
Ice cream, just
It
anything.
was fun.
Yeah.
Even when we would do stuff too, everyone had so much energy. Like the
Yeah.
what was it? Was the escape room. That was a
Yes,
really
it was
fun
so
night.
fun.
That
Yes.
that was good. I was with Eamon. Eamon was so good.
Oh yeah.
Eamon was amazing. I got one puzzle and I was like, oh my god, I'm like so good at this. And then Eamon was like, oh, it's this, and I was like, I did one and I felt like I had like a huge brain. But he was so good at it. It was so like I was like, oh my god. It was really interesting.
I liked our escape room. Our escape room was good. Like the
It
theme
was
of it.
so good.
It
was
was
your theme?
it was pretty. It was like we were on a train and like someone. It was like a murder or something like that. Like
Oh,
and
like
you had to
That's cool.
figure out like
murder.
So
what
good.
them like who murdered the person, what they like. It was like what's the game? Clue.
Yes, it was
It's
like,
like it was like
Um,
Clue, but like on a train. And who it was me, you, Steph was in there, right?
yes, KJ,
KJ
and
and
Abby.
Abby.
Yep.
what a good group.
Oh, such a good group.
Love that
I
group.
remember that was a great group. Cause I remember
Yeah.
I was like waiting to go like to like go into a group for one of the escape rooms, and I remember like seeing you guys, and I was like, you know what? I'll go with you guys.
And you did an amazing
And-
job.
Killed it.
You
My
did.
group did not finish.
No?
It was I remember it was me, Vinny, Sean, Dan, and maybe Zach. I remember like we're asking like the guy over here, like, what's like the hardest room? He's like, all right, and like we like go into it and like we were I don't know, like we came close, but like we asked for like all the hints, and then like I remember at one point like we had to like add something up because we had to guess a code to like get out, and there's like a calculator. I remember Dan he wrote like boobs on the calculator. Like, guys, I found the password. And I was like, all right.
Who wrote that?
It was like Dan or something. Like, I was like, we're not getting out of here.
It's like, just you know what? Start camping out at that point. You're never getting out of there.
It's like, we're not done.
We had a Scooby Doo one.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
Oh, you did the Scooby-Doo
with
one?
Tori, Emma, and Bella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Was that
gosh.
it? And
That's
then
what I
us
was
two.
gonna say. If we're forgetting someone, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry for forgetting anybody, but I
No,
think
but it
that was
was
it.
fun.
But it was fun. Yeah, it was good. So I liked. I don't know.
Scooby Doo. We have the same initials, so
You do.
Should do salt.
Scooby Doo.
You're right.
So that was cool for me. Anywho, back to the day.
Yeah, anyway.
That was like
know.
the student perspective, but like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
parent days were way different.
Yeah.
Very different.
It was a lot. I don't know. It was very off and on. I feel like you were either
Yeah.
really, really busy or really like, okay, we're just kind of chilling right now,
Yeah.
doing like stuffing or
Yeah.
like
Floating.
doing lanyards or
Name tags.
yeah,
that
name
kind of
tags, all that. Yeah, that was,
College of Business again. We would walk. It changed every day, but same time we'd walk everybody. Then we'd go on the couch, even with the parents.
yeah,
Yeah.
We'd do that.
Yeah, those were fun. Just like sitting in on the sessions.
Some of those were my like favorite days too. Like I
Yeah.
feel like we spent quite a bit of time together, and it was
Yeah,
like
we did.
we'd be in the office. They'd be like, "Do you want to get lunch?" I was like, "No, I'm gonna finish
Yeah.
these," and we'd like go grab it quickly, come back. But
Yeah.
like it was like I felt so productive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like getting like because you start with like the thick pile of schedules, and then it's like, all right, let's let's go and
Yeah.
assign the groups and like. I don't know. I felt really productive after a day
Schedules,
of
IDs were
parents.
so fun. I don't know why I liked it. It
I
was just like,
love
all
it.
right, let's do this.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
like finding all the missing, I don't know, just all that stuff. Like
It
all the
was fun.
behind the scenes stuff happens with the parent leaders.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like all
so
that
much.
busy work,
Yeah.
not really busy work, but like just
Set
like
up and
the
stuff.
things
yeah,
that need
set
to
up
get
all
done.
yeah. It like parent leaders did that, and
Yeah.
so it was like the day would not be able to run smoothly if we didn't have those parent leaders there half the
Right.
time, because they were the ones like running back and forth or like
Yeah.
being like, oh, like we need help with this at the chapel, or can you come here to like bring this to me? Like they were the ones running around, so it was like
Yeah.
really good.
Mhm.
So
It was
yeah.
it was like a good balance too between like parent days and student days, because
Yeah.
student days just felt different compared to parent days. Like sometimes you were super busy and you had a lot of stuff you had to get done, but other times it was we're just kind of here. If parents are like floating, we direct them to wherever they have to go,
Yeah.
anything like that. But it was such a good like just different like set of days like that you had to do and fulfill, and it was like a good like combo of
Yeah.
days, I think.
I like that you get both, and people always ask, they're like,
Yes.
which do you like better? And I'm like, I can't pick because they're both
Yeah.
so great for like different reasons. Like
Yep.
the students, like obviously, like that's like a huge part of the job. Like you want to connect with the students, and, like
Yeah.
develop those relationships, and you get to give them their schedule and see that. But at the same time, like sometimes like eating lunch with the moms is like my
Yes.
favorite
That's fun.
thing.
It's so
Yeah.
fun.
You know?
I love talking with the parents.
I do too.
And it's like a fun because you really get to like build those connections, and then you'll like be like, oh, that's your student, and you're like making that connection, and then just meeting everybody. So I think it's always fun. Yeah.
I did love that.
Yeah. But then like going from orientation to welcome week is such a different jump, I feel like.
It
Like
really
the
is.
schedules are so different.
And welcome week is just so hectic and busy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're just like, oh my God, I'm finally with the team again. Like, this
Yeah.
feels
Yeah.
so good. And you just know that even though it's crazy and you have a million different places to be, you're still with a good team. And
Oh,
like, you're in
exactly.
like those little groups that you have. Like, I was with Ben in a group, I remember. It was like him, me, and Katie.
I was in Berg. Wait.
Welcome week.
Oh no! I was thinking. Oh yeah.
What were you thinking of?
I was thinking of moving.
Oh, moving.
Pre-fall moving. Pre-fall moving. Never mind.
Those
Never
were
mind.
different groups?
It was us.
don't
We went
remember.
to we were at Oak and stuff like. I remember
Yes.
it now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
okay,
talking
okay,
about
okay.
like those kind of days. Like those were so fun to have, and like even though it was like very busy, there was a lot of stuff going on. It was really hectic. Everyone just made it flow really
Yeah.
well. The days were like they felt almost a little bit longer because
Yeah.
of orientation, and you know you had to move into like your actual dorm or your house,
Yeah.
which is very
like
a
prep for
lot.
school.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Preparing for school, looking at your syllabus and stuff like that. But I feel like even though it's hectic, it's still so much fun.
No,
It
it
with
is
is.
fun.
everybody.
It's so fun. I feel like it's just like, oh, like, thank God I'm with all these people again. Because, like, the coordinators and the chairs had to be back a week early before everybody else. And I remember just being like, oh my God, I can't wait to see everybody. Like, we're so excited.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I want them to be here, like, today. And then it's just like, okay, like, I'm ready to work again because it's like I'm with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so fun. But, like, all the little events at night were fun. There was, like, Ben Carson came to sing.
That
with
was
his
such a
band,
fun
which was
night.
so
That was a
good.
good night.
It
I
was
think
like-
that was the last night.
Yeah.
Oh my God, and we all remember when we like all
God.
circled
We
up.
circled up, yes.
And we were just kind of like, oh, a last hurrah. Like,
Like, not like we're not going to see each other
Yeah, I
in
know.
30 minutes
Yeah.
or the next day,
Right.
but, you know, like,
Yeah.
in this position, like, as a team, like,
that was our last thing
Yeah.
together.
that,
Mm-hmm.
it's just, like, so, it's so weird. It was like, oh, we're never going to see each other again, but we are.
Yeah,
And I saw
literally.
everybody the next day.
Yeah, basically.
You're
Literally.
like, oh, it's 63. Oh, hey, Ben.
Yeah.
Haven't seen ya.
No, but it is. Like, it's the end of,
Yeah.
like, your position with it. That's why, like,
Yeah.
it's like the same thing how, like, the last day of orientation, everyone gets
Yeah.
bummed out. Like,
Yeah.
the last day of welcome weekend, like, It is different because going
Yeah.
from orientation to welcome weekend, like you pick up where you left off, but it is different. And
Yeah.
it's the
So
same thing when
different.
welcome weekend
Yeah.
ends. Like it's, it's.
Yeah,
it's
welcome weekend
different.
and the kickoff is so fun.
It is
And,
really,
Yeah.
really
like
fun.
the kickoff, like Brad and KJ literally killed it this year with that. Like all the food trucks were so good,
Right?
and the countdown and the DJ.
The prizes. That was really
Yes.
great this year.
The
They did a
prizes
great job
were
with the
so
prizes.
good. The scratch off tickets.
The confetti didn't go off. I forgot about that. Sorry. That made me so mad.
No.
I know, I felt so bad because it didn't go off last year either.
But we had the countdown. That was so
Yeah,
fun. I
the
remember.
countdown.
I'm pretty sure I was number 3.
I think it was.
I was standing next to Steph.
I think I was
Steph,
8 or something like that.
Maybe
I
it
forgot
was-
which one I was.
I don't know which one
And
it was.
that was fun. It was like me, Steph, Big Red.
Maybe it was like six
Big
or-
Red.
Me, Steph, Big Red.
Big
I
Red. We
remember.
love Big Red.
We
We
love
do.
Big Red. That was fun.
Big Red's fun.
It
Yeah.
was cool. It was a great night. It was
Yeah.
a really.
It
We
was
had a
really
lot of
good.
fun.
Yeah.
I think the freshmen had fun, but I know the OLs had fun with the
Yeah.
bubble guns.
Oh,
Oh my
wow.
God.
That's
The
so much
bubble
fun.
guns.
bubble
I
gun.
loved the bubble guns.
Right?
I would just take the bubble gun and I would just start running around and like start shooting people or like spraying the bubbles on random people. I'd be like, here, you get a bubble, you get a bubble, you get a bubble. Like I was going crazy with the bubble gun. It was so much fun with that.
I'm glad they were a hit. That was such a great idea.
They
that
were
had.
a
That
hit.
is so funny.
We ran out of bubbles, I think, too. We ran out of bubbles within like
Yeah.
30, 40 minutes.
No, we were
Oh,
like,
man.
what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
No, I was like,
no.
I'm pretty sure we were like running around just like spraying
Yeah.
each other with bubbles.
We were supposed to do cornhole, and like we were on like games with Mads, and then we were just dancing with the bubble guns. It was fun.
Yeah, but that's the nice thing about like welcome week is I feel like yes, there's like that work, but like once kickoff comes, like you can like enjoy it and
Yeah.
like really kind of be like, okay, this is like so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, get ready for everything.
Yeah, I like orientation's nice because it's like you see everybody coming in, like they're all a little bit nervous, but it's like
Yeah.
they go back home after that. But it's like I don't know when they come in for like moving and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's like you're here now. It's like
Yeah.
it's time.
Yep.
Like I don't know. It's like I kind of just like seeing like everybody with their parents and all kind of like nervous and like panicking, but like it's super awkward. And I'm like, well, you'll get over it. Like,
Yeah.
just I don't really know. Have fun.
Yeah, like the awkwardness, like, and they're just kind of like, all right, I'm here, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love seeing the freshmen go to like the events for the first time,
Yeah.
and they're all just like they're just so like, wow, like this is a lot. It's like so much to take in, and we're obviously like crazy. So we're like, welcome to Sacred Heart. We're so excited,
Yeah.
and they're like, thanks, like this, like it's fine. But I loved seeing how they would just get so excited and just. They got to like have fun at the events too, and just
Yeah.
meeting like random people. Even
Yeah.
it was such a good place to meet people.
I know. Like the mechanical bull and like the slide and
Yep.
those were always such a hit. Like
Mhm.
I loved those. I always tried. I could never stay up on them. I tried the surfboard, couldn't do it.
That was a good one.
Yeah, the surfboard was so good.
That's very
I
funny.
loved that one.
I'm like,
back and forth. But yeah, welcome week's fun. It's chaotic, but it's like, it's just nice to be back with everybody. Like you
Yeah.
said.
Mhm.
So I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's so different during the school year.
I just want to say that I feel like I don't know. I feel like the campus during the school year and orientation is like I don't know. I feel like there's like two different things. I don't know. I just feel like when you come back, for like orientation, like the entire campus just feels a little bit different. I don't know. I feel like it's like I don't know where I'm going with that. I don't know. It's different. I like it.
Yeah.
you are, because your orientation, you're on campus, basically by yourselves. Like, not a lot of, like, supervision. Like, you're kind of there. Obviously,
Yeah.
we have Katie and Denise, but it's like your campus.
Yeah.
Like, and, like, even, like, we play, like, Manhunt. And, like
That was
we,
so
like, own
fun.
the campus. Like, we have, like, our whole...
Ashlyn gets right by itself. My room smells like tomatoes
Oh my
and dish
gosh.
soap and a skunk. We
I
love you, Ashlyn, though.
I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but I know I told Ashlyn. My friend lives in her room now in Mizell, and the first week we were here, I went to the room and I was like, oh my god, and I went in there and you could smell like the smallest hint of skunk still. But that was like the first week of school. But like if you didn't know, like if you weren't like there during orientation and smelt what the room smelled like, like right after she got sprayed by a skunk, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah.
But I could smell like the smallest bit of skunk, and I was like, I told her roommate that's like sleeping on the bed Ashlyn slept on. I was like, oh yeah, by the way, this girl that slept on your bed during orientation got sprayed by a skunk. So just letting you know.
I remember getting a call from, I think it was India, and she was like, hey, so Ashlyn just got sprayed by a skunk, so we have to go, like, get tomato juice and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, like, that's fine, you know, just have fun. But I was like, oh my God, poor Ashlyn.
Yeah.
That is the funniest. I feel so bad for thinking it's so funny, but it was hilarious.
It was so funny.
And every time anyone sees like a skunk or like a skunk toy, everyone sends a picture and it's like, hey, Ashlyn, they're looking for you.
I call her Skunky and Stinky still because of it. I love it. But I remember I was gone that day, and I was coming back, and I get a text in the car, and Ashlyn's like, guys, I don't know if you want to come in the room right now. And I'm like, are you okay? What happened? And she goes, oh, I just got sprayed by a skunk. And I walk into the room, and Soph is like pouring tomato sauce, ragu, because they could not find real tomato sauce. It was like marinara sauce on her head in our shower. And I'm like, what is going on?
Well, like, so gross.
It happened at the worst possible time.
Oh, it did.
Right?
It was late at night, so nothing was open.
Yeah, like, it worked though, didn't it? Like, didn't it work?
Well, it
for the
still
most
kind of
part?
smelled in there a little
Yeah.
bit.
It did?
Yeah.
I don't really remember.
No, it smelled
I don't think she smelled that.
I don't think she
But
smelled.
the room.
at the room, yeah.
Yeah.
It was the, yeah.
Yeah.
The room was probably kind of gross for a little bit, but at least
Yeah.
she didn't smell bad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, she was good. But yeah, unfortunate situations.
Right.
Oh, that was so funny.
Anywho,
And what were we talking about?
I was saying that when you're playing Manhunt, you
Oh,
have the whole
right,
campus,
right,
but
yeah.
That's so fun.
it's a different vibe because you have the whole like campus to yourself and it's just us. And then when you come back, like welcome week, it's still pretty much just like the orientation team. You have like some pre-fall leaders and the RAs and stuff like that, but it's still basically you. But then like you get into welcome week and then everyone's there and it's like your old friend groups are there and it's like then trying to navigate like this like bubble that you've lived in with everybody else. So it's like it feels like a different it feels like a different vibe.
I told my friend I was doing this, so I just showed a picture.
But yeah, no, it is different, but I think that it's like it's a good different, but it's an adjustment for sure.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing we're all so close because I feel like given different circumstances, it would be weird, but we have that like foundation that it still works. But
where
it
it
is
doesn't
weird.
like it's not broken completely when like all these other factors are kind of like thrown into life. and
We're
you're
stronger
like,
than
whoa.
that.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
And I feel like coming back like into the school year, I'll like talk about orientation. I'll just say people by name, and the people I'm talking to who aren't a part of it, they're like, who is that? And I'm like, oh, just someone on my team. Like, don't worry. It's just like one of them. And like I always find myself talking about the team and just who everyone was. And I'm like, oh my God, this person was so good. Like they were new, just like going on. And I would just be like, oh my God, they were such a good person. They were such a good OL. I say that about like literally everybody. I don't think there was like everyone was so good.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Everyone
Ange.
was amazing. Everyone's always amazing. So it's like really hard to find something like, you know, negative.
Yeah.
And I always find myself just talking about the team or like the experience or just like the fun memories we've had.
Yeah.
Or like just like the silly ones like Ashlyn getting sprayed, like stuff like that. It's
There's-
just funny to talk about.
We're always like
We always
even last
talk
night
about
we're
it.
like at the house and we're like oh blah 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 and they're like who we're like oh well like
Yeah.
we're always talking. I feel like
All the
about
time.
just because I just love these people so much. Like
Yeah.
No, but I'm just like I still text Ashlyn. Like I'm still like, what are you doing? Like when am I gonna see you? And like it's just so fun to like still keep in contact with everybody. But
Oh, yeah.
like you said, every day I'm talking about
how many
somebody.
times do we say oh it's an OL?
No, our housemates like
They're
are
probably
very
tired of
confused
us.
half the time.
Yeah,
they don't know
seriously.
who everybody is. It's so funny, but you know all the good things.
And then you go into FYE.
FYE.
They're co-coordinators here.
Yeah, then we start doing FYE and we all are paired with our instructor as we are the FYE assistants and it's a completely different experience taking FYE and assisting FYE.
Teaching it.
Yeah.
So it's fun though. Like Station and I did training this year, and it was a long day,
On 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah.
But it was like you get through it, and it's all like good information, I think.
Yeah, you
But,
need it.
like, once you actually get into it, like, I remember even this year, I was so nervous for my FYU class because I had transfers last year who's sophomores, juniors, like, and I was like, oh my God, they're gonna be like, who's this, like, chick, like, trying to, like, teach the class, and I'm just like, oh, there's little me, and then it's like, oh, wow, like, I'm actually, like, an adult compared to the
Yeah.
freshmen, and they're like, oh, she's just here, but it's like, you really gotta, like, relate to them and be like, oh, I'm a student too, I've been in your shoes, like, FYU's fun, I
Yeah.
like it. James Robillata, my man.
Yes, I love him. Oh, I think it's so funny because like I introduce myself as Ange, and sometimes they'll call me like Professor or like one time I got Dr. A, and I was like, Doctor. I was like, okay. I was like, yes, what's up? But I was like, first of all, that is so funny. Someone also like thought I was their advisor, which is very sweet, and I'm like, no, like I'm not. But like stuff like that is just so funny because like they're still trying to navigate like looking back like like you feel for them because you were in their same position.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's funny like in the position we are now, so we can just be like, oh my God, like they think I'm like a professor, like I have a doctorate, like I'm 21, like I'm young, but I love meeting and like talking to a whole nother group of freshmen where it's like maybe you'll have an orientee here and there, but most of the time it's just all new people, and it's a different environment, different setting, and I feel like you're able to get to know them a lot better in that setting.
No, I feel like it's also nice because you get to make that connection like with the students, but also a faculty member.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like they're all like very sweet, and like you gain a lot from it. But
Yeah, I'll see mine. They'll come up to me and be like, oh my God, hey, but it's like, I feel so bad because there's always like, even from like my like orientees and like FY, there's always like one or two people who I just like can't remember their name or their face. I'm like, yeah, it was me, and like it's like I'm like, I'm so sorry, but I forgot your name, and then I feel awkward, and then
that happens to me.
We have to remember so many.
I'm so bad at names. That's the thing, because it's like people will be like, "Oh, you're my orientation leader." I'm like, "Right," and then you don't remember me. I was like, "I know your face. I just don't know your name. I'm sorry." Like, because there's at least 40, 60 students by the end of orientation. Yeah, 4 groups. Like, that's a lot.
And then you get your FYE students and sometimes people who do 2 classes, right? And then
60 students. That's a lot.
It's a lot of students. And that's, I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not going to know your name. Like, I'm so sorry. But, like, I'll know your face. And, like, I'm still going to be there for you. But you just have to remind me of your name, like, when we're going into this.
Yeah, it takes me, like, the first 2-3 weeks to, like, really get it down.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I feel like I have a good, like, grip on it. But, yeah. FYE is always fun.
I loved FYE.
Yeah. I think it's fun. I love dressing up.
Yes, I love my fit.
Your fits always looked over. Like, she'd like post it, she'd be like, FYE. I'd be like, oh, man. Looks so good.
The first day, I forgot you had to dress up. And I was like, I literally was like walking like how I would dress for like a class. And like I like go to class, blah, blah, blah. And I see like Sean after. He's like, Ben, like, how come you didn't dress up? I'm like, oh. Like, oh my God.
What were you wearing?
I think I was just wearing like sweat shorts and like, I don't know, like a t-shirt, and that was. I wore like my Birkenstocks and like.
Love it.
I came to class.
That's my FYE student.
I was like, I'm sorry,
Dressed
guys.
to impress.
Honestly, hey, it makes you more relatable.
Yeah,
it does,
you know?
right?
Because I feel like sometimes if you make yourself almost too professional, at least in our shoes, like you need to have that good balance between like, okay, like you have to like respect me as like kind of a professor, but not really. But also like a peer, and like I will be there. I understand what you're going through.
Yeah.
And that's when they really start to open up. They have to be comfortable with you, or your students aren't going to open up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like as long as like you and the professor make the class fun, like it's good, and they don't hate going.
Yeah, exactly. And just making sure that everyone's having fun, is comfortable, and you're able to relate to them on like a personal like student basis. So you can be like, listen, like I was in your spot a couple years ago myself. I know literally exactly what you're going through.
Yeah.
So like I can help guide you in what I've learned over my time here, and like what I've picked up from doing all these things, like what I've done throughout my college career that can hopefully help you with yours. and it's fun. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm very wise at some points when I'm giving advice.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, I know a lot.
Yeah. like during my one-on-ones, if I have to like really help someone, like I'm so into it. It feels like a therapy session almost.
No.
Like I can like
literally.
I just talk with them like through so much, and it's like
Yeah.
and I'm always like, this is just gonna be between you and I. Like this is
Yeah.
just our little thing, and it's like if you need me, let me know. Like I'll check in on you, everything like
Yeah.
that. So like I think that's a really special relationship to have too.
It is. And especially like some students, like, I mean, my first year, like I had some who were orientees and then FIE students, and like now like some of them like I'm like good friends with,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
that's a great connection. And like, you know, Ben, I just keep mentioning him. Now, like, Ben and I are buzz, like that's exciting. But even some of my FIE students this year, like they're the best. Like they like texted me like happy birthday. Like it's like it's nice. Like it's more than just the like I'm your like assistant instructor person, and it's not like that. It's like you develop relationships with them, like you have a good time with them. Like we're trying to plan, me and my instructor right now, Amanda and I love her, she's great. We're trying to like see if they want to do like a meetup, just like a check-in, like hangout. Like it was just like a good, we were like, we'll go to Thea's, we'll go to the market, like wherever you want to go, like just to like see everyone.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And I saw a couple of them and told them,
Oh,
and they were
good.
excited. And it's just like, it's nice, you know, because
Yeah.
you feel like, okay, I made a difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I helped somebody.
No, you really do. And I think it's nice for them because, like, at least for me, like, knowing that there was another student that has made it a year, 2 years, 3 years already at this school, and they were able to make it, okay, I can make it. And, like, they are able to give advice, and, like, it just makes you feel a little bit more comfortable and, like, reassured that you're not, like, alone in it. And it's just, like, reminding them of that because it's, like, I don't know, freshman year of college, you're, like, so, like, oh my god, I'm the only one like going through this, like nobody else understands, I miss home, I can't handle classes. But it's like, no, like everybody is going through it. I went through it, like so yeah, I don't know, I feel like it's just like a very like important job, but like you don't realize it until like after the fact, because like we were talking about this before, how it was like you don't understand like how much of an impact FYE had until you're done with it.
Yeah.
Because you're with them for way longer than orientation. Orientation is like 1 day. I mean, it's a long day with them, but like you're with them for like 8 weeks for like FYE. So it's like you grow up, you have a bigger connection with them. So I think by the end of it, you're way more comfortable with you. So I don't know, they're just gonna ask more questions. I mean, it's like, I feel like if I can like help you, it's like, I don't know, I feel like I'm like doing my job, and then I don't know, I have like advice for you. It's like, just ask me questions. Like I do it.
No, I know. It's always that no question is a stupid question type
No,
of thing, where it's like
never.
literally ask me everything and anything, and I will answer it for you.
Yeah, of course, because like you want them to feel comfortable. You want them to be able to come prepared. If there's like something random, they're like, oh my god, like what is this? How do I do this? It's like it's okay.
Yeah.
Here's what's up.
Yeah.
Like let me help you out really quick. But I just think I don't know. I love hearing how their year is going and how they're adjusting and just how they're like, oh, like I'm going into this sorority this weekend. I'm so excited. I joined this and this, and I want to do this next year. Like, I even have some students who are like, okay, like, how do I do orientation? Like, how do I sign up for this?
That's my favorite.
And I was like, oh my god, well, this is the process. This is what happens. Like, I love when they get like those questions. Even like really quick, I remember, it was last orientation when I was doing like the campus crawl, when I was like showing people around. It was one of my orientees and another girl, and they were like, oh, like how do I get involved in orientation? And I was like, oh my god, this is what you do. And the other girl was Tara. And Tara was like, oh my god, like that was me. Like do you remember that? And I was like, I do. And she's the alum now. And it's so cute.
No, that's like the best.
It's
like,
so full circle.
The best thing, right? Because obviously, like my my FYE assistant Julia, like I was like, oh, and I texted her, and I was like what's it like? Like I was like, can you give me like some pointers? And then to like see it, like I had 2 FYE students who became OLs, and it's like a proud mom moment. Like you just. It's so fun.
Well, I remember both my OL and then my FYE assistant were OLs last year again, and they were both like, you became one? And then, because I was just so quiet.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think, like, freshman year me, you would have expected me to become an OL. Like, I wouldn't have expected you to become an OL. And they were like, oh my god. And then it just comes full circle because then Kathleen was my orientee.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
I feel like when you think back to yourself when you're like a senior in high school, you're like,
Oh my
you
God.
think back because you were so little. Like, you think back and like, here we are now, like deep in college, you know, like living a few years here. And you think back to like when you were younger and you think about where you are now and you're like, oh my God, I've literally grown so much as a person. Because in high school, I am not the same girl I was in high school.
Yeah.
Like, just so much different. And like orientation literally like threw me out of my shell.
Yeah,
Like it literally
does.
threw me out of my shell because I took a chance on it and I was like, let me just see how it goes. Like the team just seemed so fun. And it ended up being like my favorite thing. And I've met like the most amazing people on this campus that I wouldn't have met any other way.
Yeah.
Like literally I wouldn't have met them at all, honestly. I probably would have met Rebecca in the library somehow. But
Probably.
like or Stacia.
Like, honestly, at this point, we live there.
like at that point. But it's just so interesting to see how much you've grown as a
Yeah.
person. Like I think back and I'm like, I would never have guessed that like little like 17-year-old me would like willingly get up in front of a classroom and like help teach a lesson for like an hour or like stand in front of a group of strangers and just like, you know, welcome them and just be like kind of like a big, you know, kind of influence or trying to like help them navigate. It feels good to like think about how much you've grown even just like from one program alone,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it's like in like high school I was like similar to this. It's like I don't know, I was like out of my shell and like I was like loud and like I don't know, I just like goofy and then it's like I came to college and I was scared and it's like I was like nervous to like meet new people and stuff like that. It's like I don't know, it's like I like went into my shell, I guess, like and then like I did orientation like brought that back and it's like and now it's like I can like I don't really care like what people think at like college
Yeah.
now, so it's like orientation like just changed my entire experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about that the other day. I was like, we were like, what, like, if we didn't pick up the application?
No.
Like, what if? And I was like, that was like the best decision that I ever made.
Seriously.
And I was like, thank God I did it because
Yeah.
I can't picture the past 3 years and what they would be like if I
know.
didn't.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
we actually talk about this all the time. But
Because it's so important. Like,
It is.
How well is my life?
but it's like, what if I like didn't pick up that application because like orientation like led me to get involved in so much more on campus because like in my interview and in my application that first year I was even like I want this to be my stepping stone. I want this to open me up because I was like I don't know what to do. I'm not doing anything on campus besides studying in my room all day. Like I can't do that. So I was like I'm gonna like do something. Orientation was that stepping stone and I'm like I opened the acceptance letter and I was like, they got the wrong person.
That was me.
They didn't mean to pick me.
I picked it up and put it in my bag because I was like, I probably didn't get it. And I like
literally.
didn't check it, and I was like, oh, I got it.
No,
was
I was
like,
in the
"Alright."
hallway and I was like, what? Like, they got the wrong Rebecca. Like, this is not me who they were supposed to have. But, like, I am so incredibly grateful that it was me.
Right.
And that, because I was, like, from there, like, I joined a sorority. Like, I
Yeah.
got more involved in clubs on campus. Like, I'm now, like, a tutor and on the e-board for another club. And it's, like, we get positions this year for the team. So it's, like, it really pushes you out of your comfort zone. And, like,
Yeah.
I didn't really, like, see that until after the fact. But I was like, how did I grow so much in just a year or in 3
Seriously.
weeks? And I remember talking to my mom, like, on the phone, like, during orientation, and she's just like, you sound like you're having a blast. Because I don't call her during orientation.
Yeah.
I'm so busy.
There's no time.
I-
Yeah, there's no time.
and, like,
no time.
she's like, are you alive? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Love you, bye. I don't talk to her ever because we're always so busy, or I'm like, I'd rather just be talking to all these
Yeah.
people. But, yeah.
My mom was so upset with that.
She keep on getting Eamon's there.
Just over here, yeah, by myself.
Aw.
But yeah, I my mom was so upset at me during orientation because I was like, I pretty much never talked to her at all. My even my dad and my sister was here. My sister was here taking a summer class, and even she was upset that I've never talking to her. Like I'm never there. Like even though she's like she lives on Old Town Road. Like I can walk to her house, and like she was like, why are you like never here? And I'm like, I'm always so busy. Like I'm doing stuff all the time.
Yeah.
I have no time to like talk to people. Like I'm doing all this stuff, but they were all so upset about me. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do.
Oh no, go ahead, Ange.
I remember when I was applying for this job, it was 2020, and you know, it was like the second semester freshman year. Literally, I was a baby, but like I knew I wanted to do this job from the get-go. And I remember I grabbed my application, I filled it out, handed it in, and then COVID hit, so I had to go home, and I did an online interview over like WebEx or Zoom or something, and my microphone didn't work. And I was like, I remember it was with Katie Denise and like a couple other people, and like I had like them on, and I was like, can I use my phone? And so I downloaded it onto my phone, did the interview over my phone, and I was like, oh my God, I did not get it. And I was so heartbroken. I was like, I definitely didn't get it. Like I didn't look prepared, I didn't check, like all this stuff. And then I was like, well, that was my shot, you know, whatever. And then they sent out emails, and I got it, and I was like, again, like what Rebecca said, I was like, they totally got the wrong person, because I was so embarrassed that it didn't work out. But I'm so happy that they gave like so many people like a great shot at this job. Like even people, because like not everyone has the same personality, and that's what I love about it. Because like some people just need to like, they need the little encouragement to come out of their shell, and like the interview process, you see the potential in those people.
Yeah.
That's why those people are chosen.
Right.
Because you see their potential and you see how great they can be. You just have to give them the opportunity to like really, you know, step out.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's so fun. And it also just given, I'm sure all of us, just amazing leadership experience. Because it's like the first time you get like good, like hands-on leadership experience, especially like in groups, in the classroom. Like you learn how to like delegate tasks or work in a big group. That's like difficult. That can be really difficult. And I've learned so much. And you just like learn more about like what you want to do in your future, like when you graduate college, because you know, almost done. You know, I know, but like it just happens like so
Fast.
quickly.
Yeah.
It's so quickly, but you just learn so much from like your 4 years.
Right.
Seriously.
I remember my interview application. We had to like fill out the application, and then we had to submit a TikTok of ourselves.
Yes, I remember
and then
that.
we had to submit a video, and I was sitting in Berg, so you know, like right on like Park Ave, it's mad loud, and I kept recording it, and I like would mess up, like I'd get nervous, a roommate would walk in, whatever, and I had like just a good take where I was like, I'm being myself, like it was good. And then there was like sirens in the background, and I was like, and I paused, and then I was like, sorry about that, and then I continued talking, and I was like, whatever, like this was like a good like video, like I'm gonna submit it. And I showed like my roommates and my friends, and they were like, you're definitely not getting the job. And I was like, why? And they were like, because there were sirens in the background, like, and I was like, if anything, they're gonna remember me.
Exactly.
Like I was like with the sirens, but I was so freaked out, and then thankfully they called me back for like the interview, whatever, and I was like, not there being 6 people in here. Like I was like, like it was horrifying, but same thing. By the time I got that letter, I was like, okay. And it was right before bio, I'll never forget. And I looked at it right outside my bio classroom, and I was like sweating. And same thing, I was like, is there a no? Like I was like, am I reading this right? But same thing, like it's like so easy to like doubt yourself, but it's like I have to remember like they do pick you for a reason, and everybody is different, and like there is like there's and it works. Whatever the method to their
Whatever
madness,
they do, it works.
whatever they are doing, it works.
Yeah, I remember during my interview, they were like, because they asked like a weird question, at least during art year, and somebody asked me, they're like, can you pretend to be or reenact your favorite TV show, episode, character, something? And I was like, I was not prepared for this. I did not go over this when I was like practicing for my interview. And I was like, oh my God, they're not gonna hire me now. And I was like, I don't know, I have my favorite show, but like I don't know. It was Friends, go figure. And so they're like, all right, can you like act or sing something? I was like, yeah. I was like, I like Smelly Cat. So I sang Smelly Cat during my interview, and I walked out, and I was like, nope, that's it.
gosh.
But I was like, they saw something in me, but it wasn't my singing, that's for sure.
At the end of mine, I was talking I remember it was Katie, Denise, Tori, and I think Ray Mencio was there.
Yeah.
I remember we had we were talking. I remember we had a conversation about Lego. It was it started off with do you like the Lego thing you did in the group interview. I was like, yeah, it's pretty fun. And then we started talking about Legos. Would you be mad if your mom threw your Legos out? I was like, yeah, sure. I don't know. And then I remember they asked me 3 people you'd have dinner with. It was my dad, Will Ferrell, and Ellen DeGeneres or something.
That's so good.
I remember when I reapplied my second year, it was I was nervous because being a returner, it's a different application process.
Yeah. Yep.
So I was like, what am I gonna do to make myself stick out from other returners? And I'm a very avid Harry Styles fan. It's very obvious.
Oh, for sure.
And he has a song called Golden, and there's OL in Golden. So I was like, I'm gonna rewrite the lyrics to Golden and make a music video. So that's what I did. I'm never showing a soul that music video because it's mortifyingly embarrassing.
I want to see it.
Absolutely not.
I'm gonna ask Katie for it.
No.
Stop it. And I'm not kidding. For mine, obviously, I reapplied and I was like, I need to do something. I want to be a coordinator. I need to go big or go home. I made my own music video and rewrote the lyrics too. Instead of "It's the most wonderful time of the year," "It's the most wonderful job in the world."
That's so cute.
And I recorded myself singing around campus with the Christmas lights up, and I was like, "It's the most wonderful job." So embarrassing. But I was like, I want this job so badly. I love this program. Stop it.
My God.
Can we compare videos?
No.
Yes.
Stage, it's literally
No.
mortifying. I was a sophomore and I was a baby.
Asking
I
Katie
was
for this
a
video.
sophomore.
No, literally.
We're comparing videos. Link the video at the end of this.
I don't even know where. I definitely
That
deleted
is so
it.
funny.
Oh my God, no! But I was
can't believe
I was
that.
how can I make myself stand out?
Yeah.
And again, going back to how you grow out of your shell.
Yep.
I would have never, ever, ever done that before.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been this is too embarrassing. I don't want a job that bad. But I was no, I want this job so bad. So I was I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make myself stand out and get that job, which is just so funny.
We're on the same
I
page
know.
because I never. And I was I need to go big or go home.
Yeah.
And I was so pumped. I was so proud of myself. I did tell them though. I was because we had to record that other thing of us doing a little thing, and I was full disclosure, good thing you're not hiring me for singing. I was
I don't
enjoy.
sing.
I was turn the volume down a little bit, but same thing. It changes you, but oh my God,
I know, it's just so funny.
that's so cute. We're so cute.
I know.
Okay, I hate to do this, but we have to wrap up.
Boo.
Unfortunately.
Classic Eamon.
I know.
All right.
You're you right.
All right, Stacia, you did the introduction. You can sign off.
Already? Oh my God. Okay, what an honor. Well, thank you so much for joining us on episode 2 of the podcast. Hopefully you guys can see how much we love orientation. We're really passionate about it, but thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us. Goodbye.